What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology. The Titans action spawning in the blue color, playing as Odin. His name is AC. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Isis. His name is Chemo. Yes! Divine Intervention. Round of 16. It's here. What a time to be alive. We're getting to see AC taking on Chemo here. This is actually a pretty incredibly good. I mean, actually, all of the top 16 matches are really, really good matchups. I believe AC is actually a top 20 player at the moment. So if you guys know how Age of Mythology works at all on the ladder, effectively, when it gets to a certain level, I'm talking like top 10, top 20 kind of esque tier players, they can take games off anyone. It's like the top player is not winning 100% of their games kind of ever. Oh, is that a mistake there from Kim? I'm not sure. But the top players can take games off anyone ever, and then also add on to that the kind of random matchup element, taking away any sort of counter picking aspects to certain players' inflated ladder rating. Not saying that everyone does it, just saying that it is a thing that happens. Counter picking is a real thing in Age Mythology. But this could go either way right now. I'm excited to see this game because Chemo here, he's forced onto an Isis, which I don't know how often he really plays Isis, considering how I think a lot of players believe Isis to be one of the weaker gods. But we do see AC here on the Odin, and he's gotten hit with this map. We've seen this map actually popping up quite a bit here in the competitive Mega Random kind of iteration here. I like the map. It's kind of a interesting-esque thing. You can control it nicely with some walls, and you can make it into a really nice defensive sort of style of map, which does favor the Egyptian player to some degree. But if you can break through those walls and kind of get in onto the back corners of the map, you can kind of start making it favor the Odin side of things here, as well as we do see Chemo getting in here with his priest, seeing exactly what's on the map. If we take a look and we actually see what's happening here, it's a really, really low hunt map here. This is as low hunt as it gets. As we see a monument coming up, only 1,000 food. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zebra here. Obviously, AC is going to have quite a few more zebra. 1,600 food or 1,750 food. 1,600 food with the zebra because you can only get 3 of them. So very, very exciting there. And we do see the walls coming up as well for AC. Temple already coming down. Oftentimes in this matchup, it's actually best for the Norse player to just grab a second town center. Because no matter what the Isis player does, a second town center is going to basically guarantee you a good game against Isis. Because Isis can go for the Ancestors Eclipse timing a push with a fast heroic. And Isis can go for an Anubis classical fight. Isis can go for a Bast classical fight. Isis can go for a fast mythic. All of these strategies are relatively well countered by a second town center. So again, that's kind of why Isis is kind of fallen out of favor a bit, is that you can kind of just boom and beat whatever Isis does. Now, obviously, Isis could also go for a second town center, and then you're getting into a territory of maybe it's not as good of an idea to just rush that second town center. But the Isis player needs a good map for that to happen. Otherwise, they're also going to be taking some risks in the early games. This zebra, unfortunately, gets shot away. You can reset this zebra, and it might reset of its own accord here, and I think it will, by simply just shooting it away as it comes around onto this position, and we'll see, does it reset when it stops? As we hold our breath for a hot second. No. So he has to shoot that one. You just shoot it again, it'll move away, and then it'll come back. But we'll see what's going to happen here. Unfortunately, these guys played without an observer. So I don't have the resources kind of thing that we normally see over here. But if you take a look at the bottom left corner, you will see the resources of each player. And I'll try and jump between the players so we can get a good idea of what's going on here. As we do see Freya coming through for AC. I don't believe any upgrades will have come through. Just hunting dogs there. As it does look like with 555 on wood, food, and gold there, it looks like a second town set is going to be coming up very, very fast here for AC. Chemo, on the other hand, he's dropped himself a very, very early prosperity here. I guess with the idea of dropping the second town center really fast. Does he have pickaxe? Yes, he does have pickaxe. So this is a decent early prosperity. I do see some players going for these prosperities early and not really having any idea of what they're supposed to be doing with it. But the idea of doing like a 5... There's actually... Okay. There is a build order that I've constructed, which is like a 4-minute 30 advance time. You can drop both your town centers straight away. Can work, but it only works on really, really high hunt maps. But this one here from Chemo, he's just clicked prosperity, and I'm not sure. I don't particularly like this early prosperity because he would have had the gold regardless to drop the town center, but he might be wanting to drop farms as well. So just getting that gold income early, so he has that gold to make it work. We'll see how it's going to go. As he's got the golden food to drop 2 town centers straight away, but obviously no resources on the map. AC, on the other hand here, town center coming up, got the Hersar on it. We do see the Ravens moving around, scouting here. The Valkyries coming in as well. Raven getting sent back over onto the other thing. He does see the villagers moving over to the town center, but there's not going to be a whole lot he can do to stop that while going for a second town center himself, as the house is now coming up for Chemo. No armory down just yet. He might be considering going for some sort of 2 town center classical fight into farms here, which might be a good idea. We'll have to wait and see. Chemo's going to be empowering that town center up nice and fast there, as AC should know that this is coming in. And the big question becomes, does he just go for a 3rd town center behind this as well, or try and grab maybe this town center here? And those are the questions he needs to ask. I mean, there's not that much hunt left. There's plenty of goats or pigs in his base. There's the berries over here. 9 times out of 10, if you just spam dwarves out, you can actually get yourself to the heroic age off of 3 town centers fairly easily as Odin, because you're not spending food. As the town center comes up for AC, obviously Chemo gets his town center up as well here, as he's going to be now spamming those farms, and he does indeed drop the barracks. Now, whether or not he builds out of this barracks remains to be seen. It's not that important to make that happen. Do we see Plow? Yep, Plow and Sacred Cats through, so he should be getting a little bit more food income than otherwise. Though I do think there's a weird thing with the overgather rate and one of these upgrades not really doing anything. I'm pretty sure it's Plow and Sacred Cats doesn't do anything, but I might be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'll be wrong again. There is a spreadsheet out there. If you want to see that spreadsheet or don't know what I'm talking about, come into the Twitch chat and ask, where's the AOM spreadsheet? And I'll link you that one. Or maybe even in the YouTube comments, and I'll try and remember to attach that to a description box somewhere. And apparently Cuddy Dank says you need irrigation for it to do anything. But anyways, Chemo will be able to get that as soon as he can. As double barracks down now for Chemo. Farms coming up all over the place. If you take a look at what AC is doing, is he going for a 3rd town center? Yes, he is. And walls coming up all around this position as well. AC not taking any prisoners here with these walls. There's a wall up over here he can drop as well between those 2 forests. And he can actually cut this town center off pretty nicely away from Chemo. So Chemo can't just move up and sneak this one, which he might be wanting to do as soon as he sees that 3rd town center from AC. So I love this play here. Nice and proactive kind of playing around that. Chemo kind of getting shot in the foot by not going for the 4th town center first. And also with that Valkyrie sitting on this location here, he can kind of cause some problems there as well. But the question is AC going to be able to get himself to the heroic age fast enough? It's a very, very boomy opening here from both players, but all that a boomy opening means is that once the boom is over, it's going to be pedal to the metal. These guys are going to be going at each other really, really hard here. Obviously, Chemo's going to be pretty happy about booming. He loves booming with Ra, and he's playing Isis, which is actually a very, very similar god to Ra in a lot of ways. He can go through Hathor here as well if he doesn't feel comfortable going through Nephthys for the like timing attack kind of aspect. Go for Hathor and go for a later aspect, like a late game aspect type thing. Hit a big locust potentially. Has the rock to jump over the walls that are here. Would be a great idea in all honesty. We'll see if he does consider doing that as he's moving forward onto this gold mine on the front here. I wouldn't mind seeing a wall get thrown down here. He is putting walls down over here, spreading out onto all the gold as well. AC on the other hand, still not a single longhouse down, but just a billion walls. We are playing Jotunheim one hole here as AC is playing King of the Waller. As he does not care. These walls are really cheap, and he's just chucking them up everywhere. It's a tournament. This is valid play. You can put as many walls up as you feel between every single choke point. I do hope that something is done about this in Retold, because there's nothing we can do in Age of Mythology. This is a very, very strong strategy. Very, very cheap. But obviously, Kimo can play around this with a rock by just jumping over it. It's very, very good. If we take a look at Kimo here, he is going through Nephthys, so he's not making that that kind of... He's not making that analysis of the situation that he might need the rock. He does have his priest in position to empower the mining camp, but Isis cannot empower any mining camps. But it is there to defend against any sort of god powers getting dropped down as the Hearse are starting to move forward. The priest does spot this one there. Some Axemen going to be getting dropped out here to kind of defend on this position as a wall gets dropped down here. Wow, the wall's coming up really, really quickly here, but those Axemen will pop out and will say, get out of here. You're not allowed to get these walls in at the moment, AC. Well, I wouldn't mind seeing AC getting into this position as well. Imagine him getting up here, walling this off over here, completely shutting Kimo out here as the Valkyrie comes through. Going to get a little bit of damage onto this Sphinx while he's trying to break down this wall over here, but not quite able to do so. Some longhouses coming down, armory coming down there as well for AC. Kimo at this point just about to hit Nephthys. I'd love to see him drop a Siege Works first, not the Migdol, because I see this all the time from Egyptian players. They drop the Migdol first, but a Siege Works getting dropped first, there we go, means Siege Tower straight away, means he's going to be able to actually attack earlier. As the Sphinx here does end up getting taken out there by the Valkyrie. Good play. AC should be able to retreat, but he's not actually started that one off, and he does end up losing the Valkyrie for the trade of the Sphinx there. Nice play from Kimo to get that trade in. As more farms coming up, more villages coming out. The pigs just about finished up there. As I don't like the farms in the forward town center here from AC. I would have more preferred to see these villages getting pulled off and dropping into farms in the home town center, and villages just coming onto the wood line here on this forward town center. Why? Because it's easier to retreat if a timing attack comes down. As more walls coming up, Kimo is getting kind of hit with his own medicine here. This is absolutely insane. The amount of walls here that AC is building. Obviously, he's got all the gold in the world, and this is only really 30 gold a wall, 30 gold a wall, 30 gold a wall, 30 gold a wall. Maybe a little bit more with the extra bit there, but we do see the Axemen Siege Towers coming in. They're going to be able to clean these walls up very, very fast. AC still not able to get to that heroic. No, he has gone to the heroic age. He's gone through Skadi, so he's got that happening. Longhouse over here. I wouldn't mind seeing like the town center actually getting grabbed, but also the walls in this top corner nice and early. Would not go astray here at all for AC, as Kimo now trying to push through on this position here as well. The Siege Tower obviously 2 hits the walls, so we'll be able to break through here really, really fast. But there's just, or 3 hits the walls, excuse me. But we'll see if AC is going to be able to survive here. He can move the villagers back if he needs to. Longhouse is coming down. AC, he can drop a market and maybe just rush Mythic Age here as well. I don't know if that's his plan. He's got the resources to do so. He's not spent anything here in this game. I wouldn't mind actually seeing the Ancestors Eclipse get dropped down, because Frost is going to get dropped down as well. What happened? A little bit of a bug? This is a really bad bug. You hate to see it. 99% Kimo Siege Tower. This Siege Tower has been bugged out. This obviously shouldn't happen, but it's going to be moving. It should be frozen. I've seen this happen before, as we do see a hill fort coming up, and the impossible to kill Siege Tower. It looks like Kimo is, no, he doesn't care. No sportsmanship here. I would bring this Siege Tower back and just pretend like it's frozen there. But it's fine. We do have a Frost Giant. That should be able to freeze this one in place and deal with that problem there. As the Frost Giant does come forward, but the walls are now completely open. AC needs to get himself out. A whole bunch of Herser, Jarls, everything else. And there's the Siege Tower also escapes from that frost there as well. After the frost ends. I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. Kimo at this point, 121 of 136 population. We do see some walls coming down. The Siege Works coming up over here to try and break through here. And finally, the frost, not the frost, but the forest fire coming through here. He's going to open up his town center, which might not be the best of ideas, but also it protects the town center against any sort of catapult raids later behind this forest. But this does open his town center up to this Ancestors Eclipse timing attack. It's not really a timing attack anymore, but Chemo will be able to break through this, it seems, as AC at this point. Look at what he's got. Lots of Longhouses coming down. Ancestors Eclipse getting dropped down. Hillfort coming up here for AC. As the siege tower's starting to break through, we do see the Longhouse getting broken down as well as the town centers here going to be under attack. No Eclipse getting thrown down just yet here from Chemo. I'm not sure what he's waiting for on that one. Maybe he wants to save the Eclipse for later in the game to block some sort of a God Power, maybe the Fimbulwinter or the Ragnarok for a minute there. He can block as he doesn't even feel like he needs the extra damage that comes through from having that Eclipse getting dropped down there. Potential Eclipse from the Titan as well. It's not a bad idea either from Shadowfax in the chat there, as the town center is going to get knocked down. AC does have the town center up here. Does he have a market? Yes, he does. He can click up to the Mythic Age now. He already has clicked up to the Mythic Age. He's going through Balder here. And obviously, Chemo at this point, he's going to see Balder coming through. And I imagine he clicks Eclipse straight away. No, he doesn't. He's not fast enough. The Ragnarok coming in straight away from AC. Let's take a look at Chemo's perspective here. He's got 135 population. He's got a lot of gold in the bank. He's got a lot of food in the bank. Does he have any upgrades? He's got himself fortified town centers, bronze weapons at the moment. He's got himself bronze mail as well. AC with 275 population. His trade route, how is he going on that? He's got it looks like two Ox Caravans, which is not that many, but AC is going to be attempting to absolutely destroy Chemo here with his Ragnarok, as the walls are going to be coming down for Chemo. He can also do exactly what AC did to him here, funnel AC into this position here where he's going to feel decent about defending. What guard towers coming up as well here for Chemo. He's already got guard towers through. AC can move through on the top side of the map here. Has Chemo walled this one up? No, he hasn't, but he is looking like he's sending everything through on this one side. Going to try and break through onto this position where all of the units are. There is a pretty difficult to kill Fire Giant on this position, as well as the Axemen here sitting behind. We'll see what's going to happen with them if they can help defend the walls. Attempting to come up, they're not going to be able to get through. The village is going to be retreating away here. There is this gold mine up on this position as well, as the Ulfsark trying to peek through on this position. Could see a market up in the corner and starting somewhat of a trade route there as well, as the mercenary cavalry coming through for Chemo. Taking a look at the resources here. Still 120 population. Mercenary going to help out. How does he kill that Fire Giant? Does he have the Hands of the Pharaoh? He does have Hands of the Pharaoh, and he's got Boots to kick everything. So those priests are relatively fast there. They can get in and deal with that Fire Giant, as we do see Osiris in as well, as the Son of Osiris now gets clicked through. And Chemo is going to be able to get a huge amount of damage done with that Son of Osiris. The question is, can he keep the Son of Osiris safe here as the Migdol Stronghold falls down? The Chariot Archers are still sitting in on this position as the Son of Osiris still helping out on the back. If we take a look at AC's population, he's now dropped down to 170 population, as it looks to me like Chemo is basically holding here. AC with a couple of villagers now popping out, but I mean, he's not made any progress here. Yes, he's picked off a bunch of villagers, but the rest of this army is just getting annihilated from Chemo's defenses here, though. Chemo does have to retreat. Will he catch out the Son of Osiris? He doesn't box formation his Son of Osiris, so it is going to take even more damage on the trailing path here. If you box formation it, goes into the center of the army. It won't pop out the back of your army there as you retreat away. But he does pull around the back. All good there. And AC's... he's still got 4 town centers. That's the other thing here in this game, that AC's done some good damage here. He's still got 4 town centers. He's going to be pumping villagers out here really, really quickly. What are his upgrades looking like on this position? He's only got Plow, and this is the problem. With only having Plow, it's going to take him quite a while. And the Son of Osiris gets caught out here. The Son of Osiris gets caught out. This is huge for AC here, as the villagers coming back in trying to shank this one down, but too little, too late. Son of Osiris down, ladies and gentlemen. Great play from AC to get in there with that ghost building, with that wall, to get that one up. As he does retreat back. And the tower over here does end up going down. The Heroes of Ragnarok going to swing around here and take out this laborer there as well, taking down that villager. How many villagers does Chemo have left? He really doesn't have that many villagers at the moment. He's got 27 on food, 4 on gold, as obviously more are going to come over onto gold at the moment, but he really doesn't have that many villagers, and we do see a huge raid coming in here from AC. He's making his way up to the top side of the map. The units are too slow here. Kimmo not reacting here. He's leaving the villagers on the gold mine for the time being, as the heroes of Ragnarok are going to come through and try and prevent these from retreating away. The Pharaoh coming through here as well, going to help out. A couple of villagers going down at this moment. AC here, 15 villagers, 14. He's caught up on villager count, if you ask me, taking out these axemen over here as well. AC's also got 100 favor in the bank. Is he also spamming out trade? Not just yet, as the AC hero of Ragnarok going to be retreating back. 103 population for AC. Kimmo's at 81 population. There is a long way to go here for Kimmo to find a win after this Ragnarok. AC kind of knows it. He's done the deed. He's done the dash. He's done the damage. And Kimmo here, he's got an ability to catapult raid this town center, which AC can't really defend here. So this town center is basically gone if Kimmo can kind of recognize that this is a huge weakness here for AC in this position, unless obviously AC can get up enough resources to get himself some Ballister over here and defend this position in time. But that doesn't mean that Kimmo can get access to the town center for himself. So it's still going to be 3 town centers to 2 town centers, as AC is now starting to pick up on the resources. Does he have the eco upgrades just yet? No. He's still waiting on that one. He's still not training the ox caravans to get his economy absolutely pumping here. As Kimmo now, he's setting up over here. He's got the camel caravan started as the market up here. Can you get some walls up? You've got to get into the corners better. These kind of mattress markets are a thing of the past. You really can't afford to be in the middle of nowhere here with those markets if you otherwise could be somewhere else. As we see a temple up here. Obviously, AC wants to build those fire giants, but there are mummies here ready to counter them, or a mummy here ready to counter them. And Kimmo's got himself 52 favor in the bank. He's getting himself funeral rites. He sees what's coming for him in this game. As the Axemen are all out, ready to defend. He doesn't have a Migdol at the moment, so there is an opportunity here to switch into raiding cavalry and absolutely overpower the Axemen army of Kimmo at the moment. As these buildings getting taken down, where's the mummy? Send the mummy over here, kill off that fire giant. So AC is basically fully popped back up to villagers here. 140 population. He's going to start getting himself economic upgrades. There's the bowsaw as well. Wouldn't mind seeing that irrigation or even getting flood control here. Starting the trade route is also happening here as well, as the fire giant does get taken out. The game is still close, as we said. One wall here, one catapult in on this position. Very tough to defend on that one, but the mummy's still alive on this position. Another fire giant coming out. Kimmo's going to continue to try and micro that one there to the best of his ability to keep on taking out those fire giants. And I guess that AC can get in here as well and start trying to put some pressure on into this position, because there's nothing over here. If you can get a hill fort up over here, if you can get in onto this spot here, Ballister raids onto that fortified town center would not go astray, as the fire giant pops out over there, immediately gets taken out by that mummy. Great play. That's 2 fire giants down for 1 mummy. That's really, really great. Great usage of that mummy thus far. So do see a longhouse coming up here. A wall on this position as well would not go astray either from AC, as he is 100% ready to go here in this game. But the catapult is now out. As we said, this was basically always going to happen. Now, there is a defense here with the fire giant here to take out the catapult, but there's mummies, so it's not going to be that easy here at all to make this happen. As the wall comes up, AC obviously doesn't have any fortified town centers. He needs to be thinking about a defense back here to prevent the town center from going up for Kimmo, while putting pressure on to this position over here. So you do see some mercenary cavalry coming out. That's why we wanted the walls nice and early here to give himself a nice defensive position. That's the fire giant trying to wander into position. The mummy is over here. That will be able to range this one down as the fire giant comes in, and there goes the catapult. Nice play there. Got to retreat away, though. Don't want to be losing that one too quickly there. And AC looks like, I mean, he's got to be at he's got to be happy with his economy at the moment. He's got to be ready to start pumping some stuff out. Look at all the gold in the bank. He can just buy food if he wants to and spam out raiding cavalry. He's making some raiding cavalry here. The problem is the guard towers are up. And dealing with guard tower axemen, the only real way to deal with that is ballista. And I mean, he doesn't really have the hill fort, so he needs to put some effort into getting those up. Meanwhile, over on this position, nothing really happening. Not claiming this space, like I said, was probably the best kind of continuation here for AC. And this game is slowly moving into a position which Chemo is kind of known for being the best at. And yes, he's playing Egyptian here, but he is really good in these positions. He's down at town center. He does have that opportunity to take this town center down with a catapult. And Chemo here, I mean, that's all he needs to do. He just needs to get this town center back and slowly start pushing through. AC, on the other hand, towers ballista. He needs to get that set up somewhere to cause some problems. As we see a hill fort coming down in this position, this one is not going to be going up. Put it up behind the wall here, because these axemen are going to come in and defend that. As look at this, Chemo actually now out of range of that fire giant on this position here, all the way back here. That town center is going to be a goner, but it's been up for so long now that AC is really, he is so far in front of the economy here at the moment. He just needs to start using it. Whereas Chemo here, look at this, he's kind of at 70 villagers. He's got the Pharaoh getting sniped down over here as the camel caravans. They're only getting himself 62 gold at the moment. And is AC getting himself upgrades? He just buy food. It only costs 135 gold here for 100 food. So buy food, he'll be in a great position. Hill fort gets denied. Units retreating back. We see the temple up to attempt to defend this position, but it's just not going to be happening. Still villagers coming out. Kind of overdone it on the villager count here. And remember what happened here in this game. Chemo held on to Eclipse. So if at any point here, AC decides to go for a Titan, Chemo can also go for a Titan, and he will win that Titan fight with a considerable amount of HP remaining. As we see the ballista coming in, you have to get that ballista nice and safe, nice and from range. We see Chemo hitting the Titan Age here. He's going to be getting that Titan Gate up. AC, on the other hand, he doesn't have any favor in the bank at the moment here, so he can't get that Titan up anywhere anyways. There is a possibility for him to get in and kind of snipe the Titan Gate down as the Dwarves moving forward onto this position to try and grab this gold mine away from Chemo. Walls coming up over here. Chemo could also go for a wonder here. That wouldn't be a really awful idea either, because, I mean, a lot of the times it can be kind of, I mean, it depends on how good the Norse player is at constricting the Egyptian player, but it can sometimes take longer than 10 minutes to kind of break through a fully defended up Egyptian player for the Norse civilization there. But oftentimes, if you just push in and constrict the ISIS's trade route, get towers up, you can kind of break through a wonder as well. As the hill fort coming up here for AC's finally getting in onto this position. This is exactly what he needs to do. Take out that town center, but how is he going to deal with this Titan is the big question. As the ballasts are up on this position, the Axemen pushing through here, taking down all of these units here. AC's got plenty of resources. He's way overpopulated in terms of the economy here. Look at the resources in the bank. This is a very, very common mistake that Norse players make, but you can always counteract this mistake by simply just grabbing all of these dwarves, turning them, manually converting them into Ulfsarks, and then you can kind of do a pseudo Villager Ragnarok. But the other option here for AC is to go for a Balder Ram raid onto this position, which can work as well. As the Axemen now still trying to break through here, the Catapult will be able to take down this gate as well and open this position up for the Axemen to take that one out. Titan Gate at 60% here. As what is AC's plan? I guess he can make Herser. He can make Herser, I guess. Or Fire Giants as well to try and defend this position. As the Ballasts are going to be retreating back. Towers coming up on this position. Townsend are now coming through for Chemo. He's following the blueprint very nicely. The Longhouse is coming back up again here for AC. He's done this a couple of times and been thwarted very, very easily. The simplest solution is to send 5 Ulfsarks in, get them all building a different wall, and just get that wall up as fast as humanly possible, which allows the, which is just a really, really nice way to play this late game here. There's the town center for Chemo. Looking like it's about to come up here. Ulfsark's breaking through as well. Looking for something to take out. Catapult going to be cleaning up the longhouses on this position nice and quickly as well, so they don't do anything anyways. So this kind of attack here has not really been that successful. Axemen is such a strong unit against Norse because they need to maybe just build infantry to build. So the only real way to beat Axemen is to get walls up and be hiding behind the walls with towers. So that's kind of the right way to do it. Instead of sending the Ulfsarks in and building towers, you build walls and then build a tower behind it. Even you can wall the tower in. As you do see the walls up on this position, the Titan sitting idle for the time being, going to start pushing forward. I would be surprised if we don't see a wonder here from Chemo in the near future. As he is very much known for this. The Catapult moving forward, trying to take out these towers here. The Ballista can clean that one up relatively quickly as more units are coming through. More towers up though for AC. Is he still making villages? No, but there is a Titan Gate coming through. I'm not sure there's any chance here for AC to actually get this Titan Gate up at this point. I don't know how much path blocking you can do. How much path blocking can you really do here? As is always, the town center goes up so fast with the Pharaoh there. As the Titan going to be pushing through here. Going to be cleaning up those Ballista. Catapult moving forward. Going to be taking down the towers over here as well. And where would you put the Titan Gate up? Maybe in this corner? No, okay. AC doesn't want to even play it out anymore, as he does have to tap out. I mean, AC actually played this game relatively well. He played it really well up until post-Ragnarok, where he went for that full boom, but he didn't get in onto this position and just like, he could have got onto this position. He could have walled this up really early. He could have made this really tough for Chemo. If he'd blocked this position off in the early game and just put more of an effort into preventing Chemo from getting over here, this Ragnarok would have pushed off of gold over here. These gold mines would not have been able to be grabbed too easily, especially if he sent a couple of Rag heroes through here nice and early. He had an option here. He could have walled this off. But even then, after all of this was done, he still should have had access to this position here before this catapult came in. Like, he should have had hill forts up. He should have been here to defend this. But Chemo, as always, the best defender in the world, gets that Titan out, and AC just not fast enough to get his own Titan out. Not only that, there is the Eclipse to worry about with that Titan going to just absolutely annihilate the AC Titan there. But first game going to Chemo. Well played for him. It is a best of 5. If you guys enjoyed this one, please consider the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.